Hello and welcome to an exclusive video interview brought to you by the Enterprise World. Today we have with us Armin, who is the CEO of MedFibers. Armin's wealth of experience and strategic vision has shaped MedFibers to its present-day glory. Today, it's a profound experience and reflects that a commitment to building innovative and best-in-class laser surgery solutions. In this interview, let us know more about his journey. Welcome, Armin.
Thank you very much for inviting me for that interview.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure to have you. So we'll get started by talking about your professional journey. So I'd like to know more about your professional journey. So please brief us about it. And also, what were some of your most notable achievements that you've had so far?
Okay, I collected my experience in that industry I'm now on from the late 1990s on, and that helped me to create a business by my own. I would say my greatest professional achievement started with establishing MedFiber and made it into a worldwide recognized surgical laser fiber manufacturer. I would say to that, because that's from, achievements, let's start always with those what we achieved at the latest. And that was my latest achievement. So going long time ago, that wouldn't do good in that case. Also, if there have been achievements, but that was the latest one, yes.
Okay, so that's it. So as the CEO, what is your leadership philosophy, and also how do you incorporate that in MedFibers?
Leadership philosophies. There's so many different styles. What different CEOs apply to their entities, and it always depends on the size and of the entity, how they are structured and so on. But for me, I would have to say, in most cases, I have a transformational leadership philosophy, but sometimes I must be autocratic. I trust my team members to execute the ideas and always have open communication. And only as a team you are strong. But as I said, if I have to be sometimes autocratic, then it's most likely when they are not so much read into where the developments are going. So I have to make that decision then for myself.
So, as a CEO, you shoulder a lot of responsibilities, and also you need to take risks for the overall growth and success of the organization. So, how do you balance the need to innovate and also at the same time take the risk?
Yeah, it's a tricky question, which is pretty tricky also to answer, because there is always risk. Whatever you do on innovation, if someone says there is no risk, yeah, there is always. Will you fail sometimes in it? Yes, you will. Do you have to bounce back off it? Yes, you better do, because otherwise you will never get back on your feet, especially if you do product development. And for me, I always seek feedback and input from my complete team. And with that, I get so much input that I can minimize the risk which I take in product development, because they give me, hey, I don't know, you think that's the right way to go that way? Should we try to approach it in a different way? Or should we use other components for that kind of project you have in mind? So, as I said, with including everyone from my team into it, I minimize the risk so that I maybe only fail once in a while and not all the time. So, because, as I said, we're only as a team strong.
That's amazing. And because you talked about the team, so leading to that, I'll ask the next question. How do you identify and develop the talent within your organization? And also, do you take any sort of extra efforts to sustain the team spirit?
When we hire people, we cross-train them to see if they have special interests or special talented in certain things they do. With that in our mind, and we see that, and I get it back from my management, we then, I say, create individual training programs to push that kind of interest, a talent from the people so they can lead us more forward or advance us in certain positions.
Okay, so that's great. So, what are some of the factors that differentiate the products and services offered at MedTech from the rest of the market?
If I compare our company with the competitors, everyone has who makes a surgical laser fiber to use more or less the same material, a silica fiber. We try to make it different when it comes to connector designs and developed over the years different types so that we can get an advantage of other competitors in the market, that our product is more reliable than the other ones existing. What is the difference from us in it well too is that we keep the delivery times far below than all of our competitors worldwide. And with that, we have a huge advantage in the market because there's a lot of customers out there. They need something almost immediately. And so we can always counter that very quick, where other competitors have 8 to 12 weeks delivery times, and we get products out between 2 and 4 weeks.
That's excellent. That's awesome, sir. So, what were some of the key achievements and milestones of MedFiber that you'd like to highlight?
As I already mentioned before, what was my kind of most notable achievement was kind of finding mad fibers and make it a recognized worldwide manufacturer of surgical laser fibers with top quality products, and mentioned also that we have enormous delivery times, which gives us an advantage to the competitors, and we have a phenomenal customer satisfaction. That's kind of what I see, what I have to highlight for Med Fibers. And sure, you never should forget that we are price-wise in a very great position. So we are not afraid of taking on overseas companies they produce in China and so on, to compete with them, because we have a very streamlined manufacturing process that we can produce to a very great reasonable price. And I have always the open calculation for my customers, so there's nothing to hide. We add nothing else on what we should not add on. So it's completely transparency. And that's my philosophy too. If you want to work long times together with customers, be transparent.
Oh, sir, that's awesome. So, as a demonstrated leader, you have years and years of experience. What is that one piece of advice that you like to give to budding entrepreneurs?
You know, everyone has to find himself, herself. What ideas do you have? Don't start when you have an idea, okay, where can I get my funding from? Start the idea at first in your head and create something what you should create out of zero. When you have then something in place, then you can go further and look for something. but create everything you try to do from start zero on with like I have nothing, but I have to create something out of nothing. And then you will be successful to doing so. If you try to jump on the horse from the opposite side, you will fail.
Oh, so that's outstanding, and that's a key lesson to learn for all of us here. So, what do you think is the future for med fibers in the upcoming years, say like 5 to 10 years from now on? Where do you envision the company?
You know, hmm, to answer that, 10 years, I don't know. Normally, I don't like, now in my age, I don't like to plan in 10 years anymore.
No, sir.
Because, I don't know. That's a far distance away. Let's see if I stay healthy,
No,
if I
sir.
can do all of the tasks that I have in mind, let's say to expand the market shares we have already on the worldwide market, and grow it further than what we are growing now. Build some additionally partnerships to grow us stronger. And sure, and down the road, especially when you said 10 years, let's say I plan myself maybe for another 5 years. But beyond that, I would say I will put my son in here, who runs for us already very successfully the European entity. And so, with us as an older generation, also if I am very open to kind of changes, but a newer generation takes on tasks in a different way, then I would maybe take them on. And then sometimes it's needed to change the leadership, and just take an advisory role. And kind of that's my task for the next 10 years. The next 5 years, me, but beyond that, most likely my son Kevin.
Oh, sir, that's a very realistic as well as a very insightful answer. So, this brings us to the end, but is there anything that you'd like to add? Because if there's something that we've missed out to the questions.
No, I have to say thank you for inviting me into that interview. It was very nice to give you some feedback and input about Mad Fibers. Also, thank you about that article which you guys published. And it was a pleasure working with you.
Oh, sir, it is our honor, sir. So, thank you so much for your time. I wish you all the best for your future endeavors, and I hope that you have a great rest of the day as well.
Okay, thank you. Wish you the same. Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.